steps in the hallway. That means I'm feeling a little safe. Usually I don't go in the hallway, my stairwell, because we be having homeless people out here. They writing on the... Anyway. Welcome to my channel, 12 Vels. How are you? So... you know, the door is locked again. But we be having like homeless people in the stairwells and stuff. And I'm not saying that they have approached me or anything. I'm just saying that it makes me uncomfortable when I'm going in my stairwell and people sitting and whatever. So I tend to just take the elevator because I don't want to be bothered. And then I used to love to go out in the back. But with so many homeless people be out there, I don't be wanting to be out in the back. I don't want to go out that way. You understand? But I'm feeling like doing this today, New Jersey license plates, because I was in a meeting in Connecticut license plates last night. Oh, that was a train just going by. My home is NYCHA, and many, many other people's homes is NYCHA. Don't disregard NYCHA. You know, these are people's homes. People that work in the city, thrive in the city. And people that deserve decent, low-income housing. I mean, this guy, sometimes I don't want to say names because people know me or going to tell somebody. You know, like they've been doing that because they messy. Because I used to write on Facebook and I would make characters. I call people characters like the ringmaster and everything, and they still knew who I was talking about, and they would tell them, oh, she talking about you on her Facebook. And I said the ringmaster. I'm talking about him. I was talking about him. Yeah, but I called him the ringmaster. Come on now. Anyway. So them just saying, they've been looking since then. So to come over here, if I say a name, they don't see. I know how they roll. I know how some people roll. Anyway, the guy was talking about how we got all these vacancies in public housing. Okay? And that's something that we complain about and try to address, and nobody says anything right. Because they said, North Carolina license plates, that the reason why they had all those vacancies is because they needed skilled workers to make the repairs. If it was mold, it'd be different issues that the apartment had that made them remain vacant because they needed skilled workers, allegedly. Okay? And they was trying to explain that they didn't have enough skilled workers to address the problem. But see, instead of addressing that problem, what they do is they just keep getting new people running and talking about the same problem instead of the solutions. So we as a people need to talk about how we're going to effectively get the solutions. What do we need? I'm trying to get. What do we need to do? What needs to happen? Okay, so I was at a meeting last night. I can say the meeting. Okay, I got a problem with the meeting, okay? So, I'm low-key looking around in my neighborhood, too. Usually we got a whole bunch of homeless here. That's why I don't be walking this way. There's no homeless here today. Where they at? Where they at? They just be all over. And she's running. You see her? She's running against Raymond Santana. I'm not looking for the drug addicts. I'm just saying they usually are all over here. And how I find it interesting that they can get rid of the undesirables when they want to. You know what I'm saying? When they want to get rid of them, they can figure out the solution. But it's when they want to, not when you want to. Gone. And they're going to get on you for being ignorant. So I was at this meeting, and at the meeting, they was talking about how the good neighborhoods have resources and this and that for everybody, and that community thrives, opposed to an underserved area and how they don't have no resources. Ooh, I'm getting so hungry. I don't know why I don't. Does this smell? Do I smell food or visuals? Okay, that's new. I think I want to wait for the bus. Okay, so we talk about the problems. So one of the problems, we go through this all the time, but I always have committee meetings. I've been going for decades. So one of the problems is you got a liquor store. Okay. We got too many liquor stores. We don't got enough resources. Okay. In my neighborhood, there was a corner store, always be open. Like that liquor store never closed. All of a sudden, liquor store is closed. I haven't seen it open, but I know it used to be open already by now. I'm not alone. Anyway, I'm trying to get in a spot. I don't know. I don't feel sad today. I don't feel sad, but I'm already annoyed. Because I wanted to be by myself. Oh, let me show you the city council office. Everything over here around me. But yet people be complaining that nobody do anything. That's not true. You just not involved. Okay, so this position is up. Diana Ayala can no longer run anymore. She is term limited. That means she cannot run. Metro North. Okay? So she's going to be replaced. Who is she going to be replaced by is the question. One of the people who's running for this position, this is District 8 City Council, is Raymond Santana. Now, I had watched an interview he did with, let's drop some names. Let's drop some names so y'all can look it up. I watched a video interview that he did with Harlem News Terri, she got this weird name, Terri. I know y'all know who I'm talking about. Do you? Maybe you don't. Terri. Anyway, she does the Harlem News Network. Harlem News Network is a YouTube channel. And the content creator, the creator of that is Terri. I'm not forgetting her name. Terri, maybe it's not that. Anyway, look it up. Harlem News Network. I'm sure it's gonna come to me. Anyway, she did an interview one-on-one with Santana. And should I get on this bus? I don't want to get on this bus. I'm getting annoyed. Oh my God. Terri Wisdom. Okay? Like, my name as a content creator is 12 Bells. This is my channel. My channel is named after me. So this is my channel. It's called 12 Bells. I'm 12 Bells. She has a channel. It doesn't go along with her name. Her channel name is Harlem News Network. And her name, the content creator, is Terri Wisdom. She did an interview with Raymond Santana, who's running for this position to take over the councilman's seat. He is from the exonerated Central Park 5. He said that he's from this neighborhood, got a Palestinian flag support right there. Or white people do. Anyway, we got real activist Mexicans and stuff over here. Oh my God, the barbershop is gone. We got a lot of gentrification going on over here. It's like crazy. Okay? So we had this Dominican barbershop gone. It's gone. I didn't even know that. And this corner store that's looking like it's gonna, the guy's gone. Okay, he took this. Okay, let me, Puerto Rican flag. Palestinian flag. This corner bodega used to be a club. It's no longer a club. It's stating that it's like going to be a bodega, but they didn't came through yet. I don't know if it's going to really be. I don't know what's going on. All I know is that they got all these changes. And they changes for me because I've been in the... I think they're taking away the 99-cent store? Oh my God, so much changes. They used to have this corner store be popping. It was a corner restaurant. Everybody would be going there. They're getting rid of that. Zohan, they got a flyer for Zohan. It's got to be white people over here. Who cares about Zohan? Zoran? Look. Anyway, so Terri Wisdom was doing an interview with Raymond Santana, who is running for city council seat here in District 8, which is East Harlem, Spanish Harlem. And he would be working right alongside Assemblyman Eddie Gibbs, who is just up the block, okay? lady went into her window. I don't think you can see it. That's weird to me. I need this bus to come on. Go another train. I need the bus to come on. I need the bus to come on. Come on, the train is running faster than this damn bus. I need to leave. I don't like it. I don't like it. Anyway, let's talk about this. So, and now the white woman that was inside the windows, now she's walking. I'm telling you, there's white people in there. People that wasn't there before. We had Asians over there because they had this laundromat. This is where I used to always go to, this laundromat, right? I love the laundromat. It was 24 hours. Pandemic came, knocked out the 24 hours. It did not resume. We don't have nothing 24 hours over here. There's a train that just runs. Okay, I'm about to leave. This bus don't come on right now. I'm feeling like I'm doing nothing. So they had this. I gotta go. Come on, I wanna go. I don't want to stay here. I'm standing here too long. I'm standing still too long. It's like people starting to crowd. Like how? I don't want to walk. Come on, bus. In the name of Jesus. Oh, let me pull down my money. Money coming to me now in the name of Jesus. Money coming to me now in the name of Jesus. Money coming to me now in the name of Jesus. Money coming to me now in the name of Jesus. From the north, south, west, and east. In the name of Jesus. I call for my angels to bring me my money. I'm gonna have to just move. Let's move it. Got to move it. Cameras, let me tell you something. I don't like to stand still for too long. I need something to move. My knees hurt. I don't feel well enough to just start moving. I can, but it's gonna be unnecessary pain. Oh, you understand? I got cramping in my knees. I really just want to leave, but I have pain. I'm hungry, and I have pain. But anyway, so they did an interview with Raymond Santana. She was asking him all these questions, and he was like, "Oh, you know, the current council person hasn't been doing nothing, and all this kind of stuff." And I'm listening to him like, "Why don't we talk about what you're gonna do?" Because let's not state the obvious. Let's state what you're going to do. Because as far as I am aware, they doing mad gentrification over here, boo-boo. So, what are you going to do? How are you going to keep this area and the people that have been here for decades here? That's what I want to know. You know, they don't talk about that because they don't got the power to do it. But they really not going to do it if they don't even know the people. What are the staples in the community? What are you promising to do to keep those staples here? Because a lot of people, they come in. Okay, let me give you an example. So, you know, I moved over here from Brooklyn. I was in Fort Greene, Brooklyn. I moved over here. Okay. I knew people from the coalition I was a part of with NYCHA residents. So I knew 3 TA presidents. 2 of them are no longer with us. But before the TA president left, right, died, passed away from old age, Because I don't know how old this woman was, but she was mad. Listen, anyway. I was already grandfathered in. I came in, they gave me a computer, all kind of stuff, right? Looking out for me. And one of the dudes that was like assigned to look out for me just died. Okay? And he always was checking in, knocking on my door, asking me if I'm okay. How am I doing? How's my son? Do I need anything? And then sometimes I would need something. I said, could you fix this? And he would come and fix it. You know? I utilized him because he was introduced to me by my TA president. Now, see how everything moving but me? Nothing I can do. I can't do this. I thought it was going to be by myself. Anyway, so I came over here 20 years ago. That means I came here 2005. 2005. My son was 3 years old. I came over here. And when I started wanting to be, active, clean up my community, do something to make a difference. First thing I went after was these homeless dudes. Like, there was just homeless people all over the place, right? And so I wanted to get the homeless people out of my development. And like, there was this guy in one of the buildings in my development that was like, had a makeshift house in front of the building. And I thought that was crazy. When I made attempts to aggressively have him removed, the community told me to stop. They told me that his mother had died and that they wouldn't let him back in the apartment or whatever. Like, they didn't give him succession rights or whatever. Maybe he wasn't living with I don't know. He didn't get the succession rights or some kind of issue. I don't know what the situation entailed specifically, but he was known to that building. Nobody was afraid of him, and they didn't want me to pursue trying to aggressively have him removed. They told me to leave him alone. The public. And that's what I did. But what I learned and what I paid attention to was the fact that nobody really over here that looks homeless or threatening is unknown. Like, these are like people's children that got strung out on substances and so on. And they said, well, you can't stay in my house. Or they was like trying to get them to be more independent. They kicked them out, and they didn't find a resource. They didn't find a way out. That's why I began mad with the men groups, because I feel like, get these guys together. They do not know. Okay, so instead of having this conversation about what somebody's not doing, let's talk about what you need to do, or what you're going to do, how you're going to do it, or what support you're going to need, or whatever, right? Or the reason why I need to be a city council person is because I need to be here so I can do this, because the reality is whatever bill or anything you introduce, your peers are going to have to vote for it. And so if you don't get the vote, this is another bus coming that I don't need. I'm just going to take this bus. I'm going to have to get on this bus because I'm not getting anywhere, and I don't want to walk. I'm not getting anywhere. And this is the third bus. I shouldn't have to transfer. I'm not in an area where I need a transfer. That's why I'm not trying to get on this damn bus. But this is going to be the third bus. Three. I'm leaving at 2. And how many of these did I see? Look, I gotta get out of here. I gotta go. This guy, he's filming. We gotta go 1641. This is ridiculous. It's a reason. Let me just show you that there's no homeless people around here. We have these crackheads and stuff all over the place. They're not here. Now why? Another one. Anyway, so the community already was acting like I'm coming in here. So right away they identified me as I'm not one of them, right? She not like us. She not like us because I'm trying to remove Ray Ray from the building. Everybody know Ray Ray. I don't know Ray Ray. I don't know nobody, right? And so they aware of that, and they don't feel I got the heart, right? Because I'm looking at this as an undesirable. You looking at it as Ray Ray, right? You know his name. Okay. So I had to step back. Because this is an existing community. See, we like to talk about Columbus. We like to talk about colonizers and identify the enemy as the white man. But we have been taught by the white man. We have his thoughts. We have incorporated his ways. So, unfortunately, the colonizer, the problem can be look just like us, because we already have incorporated the game plan. We've been taught the game plan book, whatever, how we would say it. Like we have adopted, you understand what I'm saying? We've adopted their ways. So now instead of really looking at this person as my family member, my brother, I see you the way that they see them. And so I was confronted with that when I was doing my moves in the community here, because this community is so different from the one I was raised in, right? So, their approach, the way that they love on people is different. And you gotta get confronted with certain things like that. And now you in a community where you got to take the time to get taught. You got to take the time to learn something. What does this community have to teach you? Instead of you trying to come in to teach them. That's how the white man roll. Let me tell you something. The white man comes in, with the colonizer. Let's not give it a white man. The educated and informed come into a already populated area with people that they have deemed to be ignorant and unlearned, uncivilized. So they want to come there they come in there to teach and to get you to do what they'd like to do. And so I came here, and that was not going to happen. Like, everything I'm into, no, you're going to learn what we learn, or you're not going to survive here. You're going to not survive here. You understand? that's why I know Puerto Rican stuff. And I can say, oh, in Puerto Rico, you could go to Ponce or San Juan or whatever, because that's what they talking about in my neighborhood. And I just got to sit and learn from them about that frog and whatever else they love in their culture. For me to really resonate and sit there and say, I'm not in Kansas anymore. Okay? Oh, I'm not in Kansas. You not in Fort Greene now. Now you're gonna either make this your home or you can go. That's what a woman told me. I was in a community meeting, and she said, this lady I met her from the community meeting, but she got my number. She was talking to me on the phone. She came on my house and everything. And she told me, why don't you just go back to Brooklyn? Because see, you're going to do what they do here, and you're going to call it home. And that's not how colonizers work. See, colonizers, they come there and they trying to change everything. They trying to make a mini wherever they came from here. And then so the community that's really a tight community and people doing what they about, they know what they doing, you get pushed back. They're like, hold up, who are you? And that's what you get in Harlem. See, in Harlem, they got their own Harlem ways. And you wanna know it's Harlem or just go. That's it. So these colonizers, they come in and they come in heavy. They gonna try to overpopulate you. That's another thing they'll do. They're like, okay, now all of a sudden, now you've been trying to get all these damn vacant lots together for your people, and they wouldn't give you the break. They wouldn't give you the land. So they're giving the vacant lots, the lands to these people, and they're like, I'm gonna take over. And the community's like, you gonna take over where? Who? Who you gonna take over? So I see you coming, because I'm already here. You can't overtake me in my own house, 8647. So because I came into this community to stay, this is my home, I let them teach me. And I can teach you now what I've been taught, because they already got their own history and their own way. Okay? And so when you come into a community, you need to know, you got to talk to the members of the community and try to give them what they say they need. And that is what happened, which was something I would say great about Scott Stringer. Scott Stringer had, when he was, as you remember, he got disgraced. He was already in, he got thrown out, but he's trying to get back in. It's not just Cuomo trying to get back in. Scott Stringer is trying to get back in. Scott Stringer was the borough president of Manhattan. He was already in position. He became the comptroller. And I believe in the comptroller position, he had scandal and they got him out. But when he was, I believe, first of all, Scott Stringer came to my neighborhood. He would do meet and socialize, block parties, stuff like that, right? And he had sponsored like a summer event on 115th Street between 3rd and Lexington, where the Hispanics would play their music and stuff. They have a band or whatever come out under Scott Stringer. He giving the community what they want. He assists what's already in the community instead of trying to destroy the community and make it up like wherever you came from. No. Wherever you was, it's not where you are now. You gotta make home where you at. Or you're gonna always be moving around because you keep looking for a place that you don't have. First of all, listen to me. In my experience, I didn't have my own. I was a child living in my parents' house, and then I look at the old man running. What he's running for? Old white man. You see him? It's crazy. Now I'm getting hot. Anyway, so I'm saying something for somebody. Somebody need to hear this. Isn't this beautiful? Listen to me. My wisdom for you. I've been here going on 2 decades. I've been here July 21st. I've been here 20 years. Okay? Listen to me. I didn't have my own home. I lived with my parents. Okay? In their place. I lived in my parents' home. That's what my parents made. Okay? When it came to me, living on my own, surviving on my own, it's here in El Barrio, in East Harlem. This is my home. My home. Okay? It's where I had to fight. It's where I got to stay. This is my spot. Sometimes people forget. Be saying, oh, I miss my home. I mean, no, that's your parents' home. Your home is where you at. Where's the pot that you piss in? Where there's a window. Where's your home? See, some people, they don't come to really understand that you was living in your parents' spot and you grew up there and that was your parents' spot. That's your parents' home. Okay? And I wanted to live in the same building across the hall from my parents. I did not want to leave. I did not want to. And I was trying to. I knew the manager in my building. This is for NYCHA talk. This is NYCHA talk for NYCHA residents. Come on over here, NYCHA residents. I was active in my tenant association. They call resident association. I knew the building manager. And I was trying to work with the building manager to get in the building that my parents was in, on the same floor, in a vacant apartment that was there. The vacant apartment was a studio. And I was pregnant. And they was like, well, you know, you really not supposed to get a studio. Okay? Because it was going to be 2 people. And they usually get single people studios. So I was pregnant. I mean, was I even pregnant? I had a child. I had a son. So I was already had my application in, and I let them know I was pregnant on the application. But see, I didn't know I had a boy. I didn't know the sex of the child at the time of the application. Now, they said if I would have had known or applied when I had the boy, I would have got a 2-bedroom instead of a 1-bedroom. because they try to make sure the boy has his own room, you have your own room. But I do think they did away with that now because of so many hustlers. Anyway, I feel like I'm going nowhere fast. Now listen, just so we don't get lost with what I'm trying to tell you. I brought up the councilmen in talk of all elected officials, because all of these positions are up, to state and to make the point that instead of trying to bash people that have been there to the point that they are term limited, that means she didn't get voted out, boo-boo. So you can't come up in there and talk about she did nothing if the community allowed her to stay. If she did nothing, the community would have voted her ass out. She's term limited. That means she stayed the whole time. A lot of people know her. And she is endorsing somebody. Actually her chief of staff. So that means people allegedly may know her. I don't know her. I know her constituent liaison, one of her community liaisons. Well, I guess she didn't want the position. And I like her, and I would have voted for her. But she ain't running. New Jersey license plates. They got that's the other woman I showed you. She running. I don't know her. I've never seen her. Okay? I don't know her. I just know Ayala like her. Ayala gives her the okay. Sometimes that's enough for people who you endorse. That's enough. If somebody you trust endorses them, that's it. That's all you need. People writing all over the place around here. Look, there's something written here. Right there. If you feel like you have had enough, hold on. Usually this happens when something big and good is coming your way. I agree with that. I believe that. So they done climbed all the way up here to write that? That makes me smile. I agree. I hold on to that. Hold on! You got to hold on. This is the community. I'm gonna keep walking. Selling out the hood. Shouldn't even call it the hood no more, but see? Spanish images. Got that. Very Puerto Rican. Okay. What do I want to do now? I know my neighborhood. I know where I'm at. But I'm not going to say I know everything that's being resurrected and coming here. No. I haven't been to a Community Board 10 meeting. Community Board 10 will tell you what's going on in Central Harlem. That's how they break it down. Okay? So I'm in East Harlem. You got Central Harlem. Then you got West Harlem. Right? Some people that you may talk to from the area. Remember, I'm not from here. Right? So since I'm not from here, I'm not going to know the slang from here unless I'm hooked up with somebody that's from here. You understand? Because where I live, people that I meet say that I live in the Bronx. That's not true. But they call my neck of the woods the Bronx. They say, oh, you live in the Bronx. So I say, I don't live in the Bronx. And then they be like, in the councilmatic breakup, the district coverage, it looks like it's gonna storm. The district coverage is goes through to the Bronx. Okay? So if you hold that position, you will have some areas in the Bronx. But it's not the Bronx. It's just East Harlem. And some people call it Spanish Harlem. Some people call it El Barrio. But the point is, that you stand out to the person that's from here when you don't know the slang. Like, we call it 125th, right? But a lot of people just say 125th, 125th, whatever, right? And it's just like, don't dare say you mean. They said what they mean. Try to do that. That's why people be saying you lost your black card or something, because you're always trying to correct somebody. I wanted to go a certain way that listen, I'm a person that goes with the flow of the current. So I want to go a certain way, but it's not happening. So I gotta run up here. Ooh. Because I want to get on the bus. Let them know. I want you. I want you. I want you so bad. I need you. It's driving me mad. Thank you. Morning.
Please exit through the rear door.
And you know, some people, they act up because they've experienced something that they feel is better, and they want you to do it. They just want it. It's more comfortable. It's like, you like, it's about Starbucks. I used to go to Starbucks. Okay. I used to like McDonald's coffee, but we had no Starbucks in my neighborhood. There is still no Starbucks in my neighborhood. I don't know if y'all know. I can show y'all. We don't have Starbucks in my neighborhood, so I had to adjust to
Next stop,
a coffee that they was giving. But I adjusted to what's Colombian coffee.
M101 Limited,
They have like Colombian coffee.
M35, M60 SBS, and
woman from
M98.
introduced me
Stop is
to
Madison Avenue and East 125th Street.
a coffee that I never noticed when I was in Brooklyn. First of all, this is sometimes when you know, you're supposed to let the person on first. I'm about to swing. Like, what is the problem? Like, you know this is some stupidness going on here. But if you really care, you want to invest, you gotta educate and let them determine if they care and see something. Like, that's how some people leave the neighborhood. You don't like it, you can't adjust to how their ways, you just leave.
Next stop, Madison Avenue and East 127th Street.
Some people are not like that. That's your colonizer. The colonizer, they'd rather kill you off or let you die
This
off.
stop is Madison Avenue and East
And they're going to change
127th
everything
Street.
the way they want it.
Next stop, Madison Avenue and East
That's why I can
129th
tell
Street.
you, I can introduce you to something that's not my culture, because
This stop
I
is Madison
embrace
Avenue and East 129th
what is yours.
Street.
I'm not trying to act like I got the best one. You understand?
Next stop,
Who do
Madison
you
Avenue
love?
and
What
East
did they do? So I
132nd
can
Street.
see if I can, because sometimes it's things that I just can't do, and the people know. Like, it's not in me. And then I say, hey,
This stop is Madison
they know
Avenue
that
and East
if you
132nd
give me the
Street.
position, I'm gonna reign this. But if that's what if you want to change, if you're really ready for a change, that's what I'm gonna give you. Gonna be changing you, because I came here already different. So I was with my building manager trying to get the place. Now listen, this is another thing I know. There's always reasons to why certain things go the way that they go. Now, like I told you, allegedly, 2 people are not supposed to be in the studio by law, right?
Next stop,
That's what was
East
available on my
135th
parents'
Street and
floor was
Madison
a
Avenue.
studio. So I couldn't get the okay. But they was like, we can put you, you know, you interested in another building, you know. And I wasn't. But see, that's not adult. Now listen, I started that conversation about trying to get a place in NYCHA, and that's how I ended up out
This
here
stop
in
is East
NYCHA.
135th Street and Madison Avenue.
They was trying to hook me up with a NYCHA place, but they couldn't hook me up the way I wanted to. Like, I had my own desire how I wanted it, and people was just like, but what you have is this. Now this is
Next
what we
stop,
can put. You
Fifth Avenue and East
can come
135th
here.
Street.
Like, I know people that they want to be in NYCHA, right? I don't really have an end like I had. Like, I used to know a building manager. Okay. We used to go to meetings. I don't know if he was interested in, just like when it came
This
to.
stop is Fifth Avenue and East
Anyway.
135th Street.
You understand what I'm trying to tell you? Like, sometimes you have a desire, and it's not. It doesn't work. It doesn't work. It's not gonna work. You know what I'm saying? I can imagine, look how long I've been in this space. It's been 20 years. Imagine if I had the studio, how me and my son would be driving each other crazy. Or it would be a whole different thing if I would have got them to get me in there. And then what? You know, like, it
Next stop,
it'd be a
Fifth Avenue
studio.
and East 138th
You
Street.
understand? Sometimes you gotta just
Please execute
learn. You gotta
rejoin.
learn things. You gotta try to understand, and then stop vying after people. Because some people, they got stuff that you be trying
This
to figure
stop
out.
is Fifth
But how
Avenue and
did
East
she get it?
138th Street.
Okay, because you're not in their business like that. But sometimes people got certain things because they had lost custody of their child, or the child wasn't living with them. You understand? Or they don't, on paper, live with them. They live somewhere else. Because, you know, we got people. Okay, I've learned. Okay, you know, like, people be out of state. Their residence is another state. So they are, like, they on paper reside in another state, and they are in somebody else's house, but nothing's legal. It's not official. See, sometimes people, they think they know,
Next stop,
but they
West
don't know.
139th
They
Street
assume
and
a
Fifth
lot,
Avenue.
and it's all based on lack of knowledge and lack of understanding things, and they never try to learn. They just don't try to. And then when
This
they
stop
see
is
people,
West
everybody
139th
get aggressively
Street and
kicked
Fifth
out and
Avenue.
stuff, they be trying to figure out, but why is that happening? When the reality is, nobody was on the lease. These people don't even
Next
have
stop,
on documentation
Malcolm X
that they
Boulevard
live
and
in New
West
York.
139th Street.
They don't have
Transfer available to M7.
a permanent residence here. That's what. And then some people are gonna have that conversation because they don't move like that. They never move legally, and that's why some people don't got no time for me, and that's why some people call me. They say, "Oh, she got Fed-related questions." All the time, because I have tried to do stuff and I got blocked.
This
You
stop is
understand?
Malcolm
I
X
got blocked
Boulevard
to do
and West
stuff, and I got
139th
blocked
Street.
because I was with somebody that's doing things illegally, right? Like, you got people. Let me tell you. Let me give you an example. So, people have given me bad advice, and people have given me good advice. Bad advice was, to put down that my son lives with his father. Let him have legal residence at his father's house. So then I would be identified as somebody single with no kids. Why would I want to do that? That's my child. Why would I want to do that? Oh, because you can get this, but no. Because what if it backfires? Because people are wicked. Sometimes they give you stupid legal advice. My son, father. What if he decided that he wanted to claim him or go to court, take me to court now? I got him down on officially that he's legally with his father, and then he gets to have him because I'm listening to this person give me bad advice.
Please exit through the
You understand?
Next stop.
People be thinking that, I'll get more money.
Transfer available to the X19.
The government. They thinking they tricking the government. They think they can beat the system. But sometimes you just not the person that they care about. Some people they gonna mess with you. So you be taking homegirl advice. She just told you. Let me tell you another bad advice somebody gave me. I wanted my son to still go to school in the area I grew up with. So they said, put him down as legal residency with your parents. Now that's again, he's not on paper being with me. Why would I do that? Oh, so your son the school can be your son's zone school. Because if it's not his zone school, they're not gonna let him do that legally. So I still I didn't listen. I always kept my son, right? But I tried to go through Board of Education to put him in the school near my parents' house where, they said I can't do that because I had already put him in the school in Queens at my job, and now I was trying to move him again because I didn't like how things was at the school in Queens. So they was like, so every couple of months or whatever, you're going to be trying to take your son out, put him in another school. They was like, you can't just keep switching your kid, So, so when I put him in Catholic school, I let him stay in Catholic school. We didn't take him out. I didn't take him out. But I'm just saying, sometimes you desire things. Like you want him here, you want him there. Oh, I like that. I want him there. And they don't let you do that. Now, sometimes maybe somebody do get to do that. But then you might be wondering, how did she get to do that? But she got to do that because she put him as legally residing at this person's house, making that his own school. You understand? Like some people, they don't even learn how it works. But I'm telling you, I don't suggest that because you are lying and somebody can always catch you and it's not going to benefit you. You're lying. I don't never support, I don't suggest, I don't encourage nobody to lie. Okay? Somebody can catch you in that lie and make it hell for you. And once they see your kid's not legally residing with you and all that, you don't know these people they wicked. They will get you caught up. So for you hearing me, don't do it. Keep your kids, all the papers with you. If something happens, that's a different situation. If everything's fine, you just work with it. It's your home, live where you at. Learn your neighborhood. Learn to love your home, your spot. Okay? Later.